Mama Celeste, and I am the co-founder and host of Rollin with the Homos.
Hi, my name is Nicki Jizz. I am a drag performer in the Bay Area. My pronouns are she, they. I am the co-founder and producer of Rollin with the Homos. Rollin with the Homos is a queer skate meetup party that we do, where we have DJs that play disco music, and we make a little skate rink at a park. And then we do, every hour we always do drag performances with drag queens, burlesque, drag kings. The only criteria to really is to have wheels involved, you know? It's gotta keep it rolling. I was born a drag queen. I literally came out the womb in heels and wig. No, I've been doing drag for 7 years. I started it as a joke during a work party. I was like, I'm gonna do a Beyonce number, and I ended up doing like a 7-minute Beyonce mix. I thought it was so beautiful, but looking back, I didn't even shave. I barely had I just had mascara and a lipstick, and I was like, I'm this, here I am. And then I got my first booking a week later, and I've never turned back. Now I just do this for a living and entertain people. I love doing it. I love being in drag. I love being on stage. I love seeing people's faces when you're performing and giving them some entertainment. It's what I thrive off on.
Here, this might go in and out if you are at a drag show, and that means that you are somebody might die today.
I started doing drag in 2012, and I was 19 years old, and I was a college student at Sarah Lawrence in Bronxville, New York. A few of my friends were doing cabaret shows, in the Black Box Theater at our school. I just thought it looked stupid. I thought it just looked fun, and why the fuck not? And so, I just borrowed a friend's makeup and ugly ass American apparel, fur, and just got up in drags for the first time, and I loved it. It was weird. It was wild, just looking at myself in the mirror and not recognizing myself, which I liked. You know, it was I liked the anonymity of it. I liked being under the radar and being 19 years old and being able to sneak into bars in Manhattan. It was cool. Mama Celeste is an homage to my defrosted, microwaved Italian heritage. My mother wasn't a very good cook, and so she made a lot of, or she sort of just left me at home to feed myself, and so I ate a lot of frozen foods as a kid. Mama Celeste pizzas were you can get them for $3 at Walgreens.
Abbondanza!
3 Celeste Sicilian-style pizzas, each with a special thick crust.
Now they're called Celeste Pizza for One, which is somehow very sad, I think. But yeah, Mama Celeste is, it's also, I think of myself as someone who's very nurturing, who likes creating these spaces, likes being the mama in a lot of scenarios, and taking care of people and making sure that everyone's having a good time. Since moving to the Bay, I've just fallen in love with drag as a way to express myself and a way to bring people together. I think that's really what drag is for me. It's about the community, and it's about creating space for freaks and weirdos and people who don't have other places to go. And not only that, but putting them front and center, on the stage, and people applaud them. That's an amazing thing, is just how much people come together to celebrate the shit that is so pushed aside in most of the rest of life. And that's what drag's about to me.
pandemic. I hadn't skated in maybe like 10 plus years. And it became me and Celeste, it was our quarantine hobby. So we like picked up and bought skates. During quarantine, I think a lot of people were like thinking of ways to do things that weren't inside the house. Because after a while, you were getting like a little claustrophobic from being at home all the time. And it was a way to stay active and still be out and do something really fun. Honestly, probably should give a lot of credit to TikTok, because seeing people on TikTok doing those little dances or those reels and videos, like that really showed people like, oh, this is fun. I want to try something like that. So I think that helped with the resurgence of skating.
Nikki and I were just like out skating once, and I think she was like, we could make a lot of money, basically. Like, people would totally be into this.
One day we were at the park, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we did a show with like drag queens on skates? And she was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then like, I forgot about that, and then a month later, Celeste was like, oh no, we're doing it. Like, I already found the spot, let's go.
And so this was just like a fun project for like the two of us to do, kind of. Like, it was just, you know, we were bored during the pandemic, and we were like dreaming of what else we could be doing.
I was like, what should we call it? I love Clueless. And I was like, no, like Rollin with the homies.
Rollin with the homies.
Yeah, let's do it. You ready?
Why not do Rollin with the Homos? And I thought it would just be funny and weird and like catchy, you know? And like, then we can even do a little song like Rollin with the Homos. We're rolling on skates. We're all homos. And if you weren't before this, you are now. So.
If you want to do something, you need to find people who can help you make it do it.
Our friend Holly Graphic just showed up to the very first one.
Holly, he literally was just like, hey, do you need help collecting money? Like, and Nikki was like, sure, here's a bucket. And Holly just went around collecting money.
She makes all the graphics for our events.
Started doing the flyers and started like, you know, doing like all the promotion and marketing for the show. Holly's not a roller skater at all. So every time Holly performs at Rollin, she does something that's like totally against the grain, totally not what people expect.
We have two amazing DJs, our resident DJs, Nate Manick and Charles Hawthorne, who are fantastic.
Our first Rollin with the Homos was run off of like two Bluetooth speakers that we like placed strategically around the venue, and they were like, hey, do you need sound equipment? Like, do you need a real DJ? And we were like, yeah, probably. Nate Manick and Charles Hawthorne are like the new like it boys of house music in San Francisco. I mean, Nate's been around for forever. Charles is kind of like his protege. Like, he's just like taught Charles everything that he knows, and so the two of them like do this back-to-back set at every Rollin with the Homos.
As soon as I saw the flyer, I messaged her and I was like, Mama Celeste, look, I need you to get me in on this. I need you to. This is not an option, like whatever you need me to do. Nate Manick, who is my DJ partner and also a super awesome DJ around the Bay, has some equipment. So I was like, I'll bring the equipment, everything.
I started DJing in 1998 in Madison, Wisconsin, and then I moved on to Chicago and lived there for 14 years. I just kind of got involved with this through Charles and Celeste and Nicki. We had done a bunch of DJing for one of their other events, Oakland.
This is like our disco event, so we kind of go all over the place just because it's fun. But like the really classic disco, Diana Ross, Sylvester, people really, really go up for it.
I think as far as fan favorites, Patti LaBelle is always a favorite. I think she'll always get a play.
When we had the idea to do Rollin with the Homos, we were sort of just looking all over Oakland.
At the time, I was like living in Oakland, and Celeste lives in Oakland. And you know, San Francisco has like a lot going on already. I was like, let's keep it in Oakland. Let's do something. And we found this spot.
And a friend of mine mentioned that they had been to this amazing park and that there had been all this press about how it was like the new hot roller skating spot. And so I came to check it out, and it's kind of perfect. It really is made for what we do, which is kind of incredible. I don't know if they like we're anticipating having performances here, but like rink area, like for us to like really have maybe like the biggest stage that most people have in the Bay Area for drag.
You know, we have a beautiful grass hill that everyone can, makes it like an amphitheater so people can like look out. And we have the water, and it's the most scenic place to do it.
Like there's just so much space and there's so much opportunity here. And so it's kind of been perfect. Like it just like fell into my lap. We brought thousands of people here who would never have come here otherwise. This park is privately owned. It is not a public park of the city of Oakland. It is part of this development. They're trying to make this neighborhood into like this like yuppie central where like people want to bring their kids, and it's working.
So apparently the city is trying to add more docks over here for like boat docks right in this area, which honestly is so unnecessary. There's already boat docks over there. We don't need them, and where they want to put it is right where we are. And it's like, this park is so beautiful, so many people have fallen in love with this space. And to do that would just really just like, I don't know, it would make it so ugly.
We're part of it, you know, like I am part of the gentrification of this area because I'm bringing people here, and then people are like, oh, well, that's so cool, you're like supporting the queer community. But like in reality, like we've fought for this space. Like we're fighting to keep this space for our community, because otherwise they wouldn't think about us, they wouldn't have reached out to us. Like we just showed up here the first few months. But now I send in a permit every month, permit application every month. They don't make me pay anything, again, because they want me to bring people here. They want me to bring people to the restaurant, the stores inside. Like they want this to be an active space, and so they're letting us do this. I don't know how long that's gonna last. It feels like it's on a time clock, but we're still doing it. It's still happening, and I don't think it's going anywhere because the crowd has been insane the last few months. People showing up, people being super supportive of the event, wanting to see it happen month after month and coming back.
I want to say I have so much love for the people who have like come out and supported this event. It is so awesome to see like people coming out and just like really giving us love and like just wanting to have a great time with us.
Ready? Here's your note. 3, 2, 1. Really fast though. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Freya. Happy birthday to you.
Honestly, just the people. It really is true. Like we get so many different types of people that are here, and you know, families, and you know, people that come out dressed to the nines, young, old, and you know, people who have never heard of drag before, people who you know, didn't even know that this thing was happening today, and they just stumbled upon it. And so it just makes for this really lovely, just mishmash of people, and this really great little social experiment every time we're here. I'd say that's the funnest part of it.
Rollin with the Homos is a fun and unique event. You know, no one does stuff like this where we put, you know, performers on skates to, you know, entertain the masses. You know, like Cirque du Soleil ain't got nothing on us.
Keep coming out. Come to Rollin with the Homos every fourth Sunday at the Oakland Township Commons, and or wherever. You know, if we do get kicked out of here, we'll find someplace else. We'll be fine. We're gonna keep doing this because the community is gonna keep showing up, and that's what it's about.
Rollin with the Homos, take 3.